Hi team, I wanted to talk to y'all about something today that has been really weighing heavy on my heart for the last month or so. And I hope that you all hear my heart in this, that it does not come from a place of judgment, but just something I really, really want to impress upon you as your diamond upline. So I want to talk about priorities, sacrifices, and your why. They all very much three go hand in hand. So first, one of the most important things that we should just be doing in life is making sure that we know our priorities and that we are very intentional about keeping them in line. Anytime your priorities get out of whack, it's like the universe just spins off its axle, like your whole life just starts to become discord and everything seems to be going wrong. And anytime I find my life in that spiral, I can almost always pinpoint it to the fact that my priorities have gotten out of line. So for me and for I'm sure what most of you, your priorities, it's going to be God first and then our family second. And then after that, everyone's is a little bit different on where their priorities lie. For me, Plexus will be third. Now, you might be a college student and education might be third for you, or you might just have something else that, maybe you have another job right now that actually has to come before Plexus. Whatever those priorities are, there is no right or wrong here. I just want to make sure they are right for you. So really take a hardcore look at what your priorities are and make sure they are right for you and your family. Once you have your priorities in line, then we know what we can sacrifice in order to make Plexus have more time for you to work that business. So what is a sacrifice exactly? Like, I hear this term being thrown around about what diamonds have sacrificed to get to the top. And what does that mean? A sacrifice is an act of giving up something of value for the sake of something more worthy. So we're having to actually give up something of value. So this isn't just like, I'm going to sacrifice Candy Crush, because to most of us that's not real value, but it has to be for a more worthy cause. So what is something in your life that you really do value, but that what this Plexus freedom could bring to your family is more worthy than that? And I'm just going to say this as bluntly as I can, and I hope it doesn't sound harsh or hurtful to anybody, but I urge you, team, do not sacrifice your family for Plexus. That is not the more worthy cause. They are our why. So, family first above Plexus. Now find something that's below Plexus on your priority list that is still of great value to you that you can sacrifice in order to work this business to its fullest, in order to be a diamond, because you all have it in you. I know you do. But remember, Plexus has to be a higher value than what you're going to sacrifice. So be very cautious in what you're choosing to sacrifice, because if you choose to sacrifice something above that list, then your whole life will start to unravel and you will feel a loss of control. Now, I'm saying this because I've been there. I've experienced it. I've actually just experienced it this last 2 weeks with this back office. I've let it consume me and I've let it take over me, and my priorities have gotten out of whack, and I've literally told my husband I've wanted to quit. Now, that's crazy talking right there, let me tell you. Nobody gets to a double diamond household and says they want to quit when they're giving like $5,000 shopping sprees and introduced to their favorite singer that they've ever known, and like you don't walk away from that. But when your priorities are out of whack, you would walk away from anything to have peace back. Anything. So I really, really don't want any of you to ever feel that loss of peace because of Plexus. Now, it's not Plexus's fault. Like, I think anything in life can do this to us. It's very easy in just life in general to get our priorities out of order. Every time we do it, it causes strife. So remember your priorities. The key here is balance, though. Like, when I say don't sacrifice your family, what that means is don't miss your daughter's only dance recital to go to an opportunity meeting. Don't do it. Don't. But if she has a dance recital every single Saturday, that's not a true sacrifice. Like, that's telling your daughter, you're not the center of my universe, and I have other priorities. And that's good. Like, our kids don't need to think that they're the center of our universe, because we don't want them to be little egocentrical beings, you know? Like, we want them to be grounded with a level head. We want them to see that as women and men, but I know we're mostly women here, as women, we can be successful business women, and we can be moms. Like, we can still be moms first and be successful. And that is so empowering to show our little girls that they can grow up and do that too. I want my daughters to be more than just moms someday. I want them to be moms, and I want that to be one of their top priorities, but I want them to have everything. You know, I want them to have it all. So I want them, in order for them to believe they can do that, they need to watch us do that too. So let's go. So this is going back to your why. You know, why are you doing this? What is your why should be a higher priority on that list than Plexus. Why you're doing this should be one of those top priorities. What is it? I mean, I would bet that 95% of us here it's our family. So you can't sacrifice your why for your cause. It makes no sense. It defeats our purpose. So, and I really, really urge you to use this as a huge selling point. I want to dramatically change the culture of our team. I feel like it's there in our team. Most of us are living this and doing this, but I don't feel like it's something that's necessarily talked about a whole lot. Like, I want it obvious. I want people to look at us and us stand apart. I want people to look at us and see that we are this family-oriented, moms first culture, and that is so attractive to somebody looking for an opportunity. I see this done in other businesses, and I think it's brilliant, because moms are constantly looking for a way to provide for their families, a little bit extra. Usually not looking to be the sole provider, but it's kind of an excited thing when it happens. But usually looking just to provide a little bit so that their kid can join, you know, kinder music, or they can, you know, go on a date with their husband. Usually, I mean, constantly moms are looking for that little bit extra. And this is something that we can give a brand new mom. You can do this with the baby. You can do this so much easier than a lot of other direct sales, because you don't have to have parties. This is an exciting, attractive business. Make sure you are not working 60 hours a week so that drowning mom sees that and thinks, I don't want a part of that. I could never do that. This needs to be something that anybody can do. We need to keep it simple. We need to work smarter when we work, and we need to keep our priorities in place. So I hope that makes sense. But I just really want to urge all of you just to remember, if you ever feel like you're drowning in this, take a second and do a little priority recheck. Put your priorities back in place. It is going to take sacrifice. It is. But don't sacrifice what's of greater value. I hope y'all have a great Monday, and we'll talk soon.